joining in for today's webinar, and where we are going to uncover the three critical Microsoft workshops that we bring into play for you and offer at no single cost. So basically at the end of this workshop, you will be having three offerings at your hand, with the help of which you will be able to quickly have a rapid deployment without compromising on your security with remote work scenarios. So let me bring all of your attention to this, because as I talk about the three workshops which are there. So first is your Microsoft Teams adoption. So many of us here, I think, mostly using Office 365 as a platform. You must be wondering that why your users, even though you have deployed Microsoft Teams in your environment, they are not able to adopt to it. Say, for example, your adoption rate might be at 20% or 30%, and you must be wondering that how you can increase it to 70 to 80% of your adoption in terms of Microsoft Teams. So there we are, with the help of Microsoft Teams adoption workshop, we can help you out there. Second is very important, again looking into today's scenario, is the security plus threat check workshop, where we give a complete visibility around your landscape, and what are the threats right now running in your organization, which is live. How we are going to do it, I'll take you through in the coming slides again. Now the third, which is even more important, because this is the only workshop which talks about to have a proper collaboration into picture without compromising on your security and governance around the data, which is secure remote work workshop. So that's the three workshops that we have in your offer. So I urge you to choose your start point. You can choose all the three at one go, or if you say that you want to pick and choose, you can get going with that as well. So coming to my first workshop, which is Microsoft Teams adoption workshop. So you must be very surprised to know that if you are an Office 365 customer, your Office 365 subscription comes along with 28 different features along with it. But when we ask you that what are the typical features that you use, the answers are around Word, Excel, PowerPoint, and only the email, which is hardly 5 features that you use out of 29. What about the remaining 23 or 24 features? What do you do about it? Similarly, when we ask you that why have you not adopted the solution, you must not be knowing about it, or you don't know how to deploy it, even though you have paid for it. Similarly, Microsoft Teams is actually undoubtedly it is the hub for your teamwork, where people can have chats, where people can have meetings. They can initiate calls right from the same platform. They can even integrate their files. They can share files amongst team members, and they discuss on co-author the same documents at the same point of time, and reach to critical business decision making, right? And also you can even integrate your applications. So without even moving out of Teams, you can integrate your business critical applications here, so that the same console, so that the same platform acts as in everything related, every discussion that you want related to your projects or any other team discussions, and also that's becomes a platform for you. That's Microsoft Teams for you. So basically, Teams, what can do for your business, it can help you to transform your workplace collaboration, because it brings everything together in shared workspaces, where everybody can come together, share the files, and discuss about critical functions which are related to your particular projects. Also, Teams allows you to streamline your business processes. How do you do that? Is that many of you must be interested in having a ready access to your business critical data, your business critical applications, right? And also you would be interested to be able to execute all the repeatable processes very efficiently from your place. So you can just imagine that you can kick off every of your approval process right from the Teams console without even moving out of Teams. Similarly, Microsoft Teams is as important to your C-level executives as well as your users who are working at the factory floors, right? So what Microsoft Teams is, again, the alone collaboration platform which Microsoft brings into the picture, that has role-based functionalities built into Microsoft Teams. So in the screen that you can see, it talks about a first line manager who is be able to manage the shifts of their employees right from the same console. So since Microsoft Teams is a subscription of your Office 365 and M365 subscription, so it comes along with it all the security and governance measures of Office 365 that you have already deployed. So Teams in a way is very secured as well. So when I talk about the teamwork assessment of the workshop, how do we take it forward with you? We take you through the three different phases. First is an assess phase, second is the art of possible phase, and the third is a build the plan phase, where we in the assess phase, what do? We get to understand you in a better way. We understand what are the licenses that you have, what is the consumption that you have on Microsoft Teams, as well as why your users are not able to use Teams in a better way, right? So we take into consideration all those areas. Then we move on to the art of possible phase, where we make you understand what Teams exactly, what's the power of Teams. We unleash the power of Teams to you, where your users will be able to understand all the different functionalities that Teams has. And also when we deliver the art of the possible phase, we don't only deliver theory, we demonstrate it to you with the help of putting up specific demos against all the functionalities. Then we come to the build the plan phase, where we help you out with a plan on how you can go ahead and help your users to go ahead and adopt Teams in the coming days, right? So the plan, right, it's right there with you. Now coming to the second important workshop, which is the security plus threat check workshop, which gives you a visibility around all the threat vectors, which is currently touching your Office 365 environment or your Microsoft environment, as we are going to uncover all the hidden security risk around your email, around your identity, as well as your data. So that brings me to the quote of John Chambers, who says that there are only two types of companies in this world: one who already has been hacked, or the other who does not know even that they have been hacked. So why am I saying that you should have a security around your environment? Because of this alarming statistics. So you must have heard about the advanced persistent threats, as well as any attacker who is sitting in your environment without even getting noticed. So it talks about that 146 days are the median number of days that your attackers reside in the network without even getting detected, right? So I want to ask you a very important question here, is that are you certain that there is not an active sleeper sitting in your network? And you must be having many business critical applications, right? And for all those applications, you must be having your different credentials which your users have to remember, and it which becomes a pain for them. For every single application's different credentials, so they tend to save it up in their endpoints, or they write it up in diaries. What happens if if those credentials falls into the wrong hands? Because it talks about that more than 63% of any network intrusions happen due to compromised user credentials. So have you implemented a single sign-on multi-factor authentication for all your business critical applications? Then third again is very important and very variable. I'm sorry, anybody has anything to say? Thank you. So coming to the third aspect of it, which talks about what is the cost of the data breach in your organization today. Say for example, because when we were interacting with one of our customer who were into the research of medicines, so what they have to do is that they have to file patents with government. Now what happened is that if any loss of patent happens, it costs them crores in rupees, not even lakhs of rupees, right? So that's again variable in nature. So you have to think about what is the cost of the data breach in your organization, whichever industry that you are belong from, whatever the company that your company is dealing into the solutions, right? So any cost in the data breach, how much is the value? So if we go back a little bit in time, previously all your business critical applications, your users, your endpoints, everything was between your perimeter, and you secure a perimeter with the help of your antivirus, or set up a firewall or something, you are very secure. But the situation has changed. This is not the case right now, because with mobile devices coming in, people have started moving out, right? And when they have started moving out of your organization, when they are out of your site, still they are touching your your application. So it's very important for IT to understand that identity of the user is very critical in these circumstances. Also, what are the devices that they are using to touch base your application? And you must be wondering to know that is their devices are corporate owned or not corporate owned. If it's corporate owned, you must be wondering that that's patched properly or not. And if it's not corporate owned, then you must be wondering that if you can set up, if you can set up a dual persona in the in those endpoints where you can segregate the corporate data as well as personal data in their lying in their endpoints. The third element speaks about the nature of meetings has changed now. It's not only important to have internal discussions within your colleagues, within your users inside your organization, but we have to collaborate with our customers. We have to collaborate with our partners, with our vendors alike, right? So what happens to the data that we share it with the outside world? What happens on the other side if they are using it for his or her own benefit? Is there a visibility when around the data which is at rest as well as the data which is at transit? The third element again the fourth element speaks about the users using sanctioned and unsanctioned applications, of course, because a recent Gartner report says that there are 18 other applications which your users would be using apart from the sanctioned applications which you have given, right? So as an IT, you must be interested to know that what are the applications that they are downloading in their endpoints, the applications, whether it's malicious or not, right? So when you have four circles, when you have these four circles to have a security around, as an IT, it's very important for you to have a security around all the four circles. And why am I being able to say with so much of confidence is that we view security with a very different perspective. Say for example, your users have a measure where they have to prove that he is who he claims to be. So that's the way you can change how you firewall your organization. So identity becomes your new firewall. Even the devices which your users are using are being patched to a very high level of confidence. Say for example, you don't have any jailbroken devices right now in your organization. All the applications are patched properly, the devices are properly patched on time. So devices can become the new perimeter for you. And also, regardless of whichever industry that you are coming from, it's very important to have you to transition from a prevent breach security model to an assume breach security model. Then only you will be having all the signs of forensics, getting the picture on how you can detect, investigate, and respond quickly to any sort of malicious activity which is going on in an organization. So if you have done all the three areas, we can say that you have a new security paradigm right now. So that brings me to this. When did you last run a threat check? Even the questions that I posed you, if you have an answer and you are then you are very secured. But if not, you are at the right place, and we will be helping you out with the help of our workshops. So coming to the overview on how we deliver this security plus threat check workshop. First, we engage with you and understand the scope and identify the stakeholders engaged. Again, this is a very, very, very hands-on workshop, and it's not that you have to include a massive teams to get going with it. No, not really. Even with you and your team members, we can start the engagement, and we tell you that what to do next. And then what we do is that we download a threat check license in your tenant. Again, since we are a Microsoft partner, we have an access to that tenant. We have an access to that tool that we download in your tenant, and which will uncover the hidden risk around your uh, emails, around your identities as well as your data. And we take into account all the threat level engagements, all the threat level data that we gather it. Again, we don't have an access to those data. With your permission, we get it with you, and we document it properly and present it back to you with the help of the solutions as well, that we will present it to you on the workshop day. What are the typical objectives is very simple. Like I said, we are going to touch base on your Office 365 and M365 cloud environment to uncover the hidden security risk around your email, identity, and data. And we'll also tell you how you can go ahead and mitigate and protect your environment against all those threats. The approach is even more simpler because we use Azure Active Directory identity protection and Microsoft Cloud App Security to uncover the threats around your identity. Also, Office 365 ATP is what we use to uncover the threats around the most prolific vector, which is email, along with Microsoft Cloud App Security. The outcomes are really the live threat check results report. Again, like I said, we are going to uncover the threats around your email, identity, and data. And also, we don't have an access to the reports. It's with your help, we are going to collect that and present it back to you. That's how we recommend the best solutions from Microsoft. So we are not going to have a deep down analysis or any forensic analysis coming out of the picture. We just present to you what are the threat levels that you have, and also we are not going to start talking about any sort of technical discussions. Like, we are only touching your Office 365 environment to uncover the security risk. So coming to the workflow, like I said, we start with a pre-engagement call. Then we come to a technical setup where we install the threat check license in your environment on your tenant. We leave it there to work for 14 days, because 14 days is what we believe is the minimum number of days there where we can understand all the baseline behaviors against any threat vectors around your email, identities, and data. And we analyze, we come to you back after 14 days, we collect the findings, right? And we document it properly and present it back to you with the help, and again the solutions which are there in the market, we present it back to you, right? And finally, we decommission all the services and licenses that we have installed in your tenant. Let's look into the few example of how the key reports look like, right? So Azure Active Directory is basically to uncover the threats around your identity. So on the screen that if you can see, there are 4 tiles given around, right? So that's high risk users. Specifically, these are the credentials which are already been compromised. These are the credentials are already been on the dark web for sale. So you never know whether this. Hello, anybody has any questions? Yeah. I would request if you can mute yourself. Thank you. So I was saying about the high risk users. Specifically, these are the credentials who are already been breached, right? And who are these credentials are already there on the dark web for sale. This can be your C-level executives as well. This, so you have to act on it very quickly. And you're coming to the sign-in risk, which specifically talks about if there is any change on how an authentication needs to happen. Like, say for example, I being one of your users, I usually touch your applications. I usually log in at 9 o'clock in the morning. Suddenly, after 15 minutes of our time, I am logging in from US, right? Which, it's not possible. Within 15 minutes, I cannot travel to US and log in. So that's a sign-in risk which is happening again. And if you're an user who uses a legacy authentication protocols, which does not allow you to have all the cool features like MFA, multi-factor authentications, but we can help you out on how you can apply a conditional access policy on all the access to your applications. Similarly to your high risk users, there are medium risk users as well, on where you can set up certain conditions on the basis of which you have a full control on how your users will go ahead and access the applications. Now, how Office 365 advanced threat protection comes into the picture is that it helps to uncover around the threat vectors around your email. So it talks about the different threat vectors in the form of malicious links, in the form of malicious attachments, which is hitting your mailboxes, all your users. So over the 14 days of time, the tool will uncover all these security threats vectors.
ATP. Sorry to interrupt. I think a customer is asking to go a little slower.
Okay. Sorry. So Office 365 Advanced Threat Protection also gives you a visibility on the top threat vectors which are hitting your mailboxes. So in the screen that you can see, it talks about a JS Numcode. I don't know whether everybody knows about this or not, but Numcode is specifically a Trojan that downloads potential malicious files to any infected computers, if any infected endpoints. So what happens is that it gives you a visibility. Say for example, there are around 1300 attempts on an average, one attempt per person, which is happening. So what do you infer out of it is, so over the last 2 days, you have seen that there is an increase in the Numcard attacks on your mailboxes. So that means it's high time so that you can prepare that your any of the attacker is basically preparing on rolling out a more widespread cyber attack in your tenant, right? So you can get yourself prepared for that. Now coming to Microsoft Cloud App Security, which includes a baseline which takes into account all the baseline behaviors of your endpoints, of your users who are touching your applications. Any deviation around the normal behavior comes as a threat vector to you. It becomes a flag off to the IT to take an actions. So in the screen that you can see, it talks about, it has given insight on a malware which has been detected. Again, there was an activity format, Tor IP address. So Tor IP address is specifically when somebody tries to touch base your application and they don't want to showcase the IP address that they are coming from, or there is an impossible travel activity happening, like through different geographical locations, somebody is trying to access your applications, right? So that's an impossible travel activity alert that you get. So Microsoft CASB, so that's a very typical example of one user, which is Stephen. So what happens is that he is suddenly on one fine day, his credentials is being used to sign in your applications from two distant locations. Again, the same particular day, his credentials are again used to access your SharePoint files from an anonymous IP address again. Similarly, his credentials are again used to download and upload anything in your OneDrive data, right? So like I said, we are only touching your Office 365 applications. So OneDrive is what around all the applications related to your Microsoft, the threat vectors will give you those visibility. So what do you infer? Again, this particular Stephen credentials is already been breached, right? So once you have this visibility, you can quickly take an action on that. So based on the results of the threat check, what do we recommend is that if you found out the threat vectors around your identity, then you have your Azure Active Directory identity protection as well as your CASB security feature that can help you out to secure yourself. Or if you have your threat vectors coming in to your email boxes, then you can opt for Office 365 Advanced Threat Protection or Exchange Online Protection feature. So these are all the cool features that also will present it back to you in the form of what are the solutions that we have from Microsoft, so you can quickly start assessing on your own. Coming to my third, again, very important workshop, because this is the only workshop which talks about how you can have a proper collaboration tool in your hand without compromising in your without compromising on the data. So it talks about in having a rapid deployment guidance plan. So how do we deliver it? Again, we take you through 3 phases. First, we prepare the scope with you, we identify the key stakeholders, and we gather the data in terms of what are the licenses that you have, right? And why your users is why you are not able to deploy teams in your organization. Then we, in the design phase, we determine the identities, we determine the teams as well as your Office 365 environment. And in the baseline, of course, keeping into mind that you don't want to compromise your security when you move on to your remote work scenarios. Then in the deployment, we help you out. We hand over a deployment guidance plan, which will be a high level review of your current infrastructure, right? When you want to deploy your Microsoft Teams in your environment. So coming to the goal of this workshop, again, when we are interacting with many of our customers, we understood that they want to quickly move on to remote work scenarios, but the baseline was very clear that they want to do it in a very secure manner. So similarly, the goal of the secure remote work workshop remains the same. And coming to the scope of this workshop, we help you out with a deployment guidance plan that will enable you to have a cloud or hybrid identity into picture, which with the help of single sign-on and all the cool stuff like self-service password reset. Then also we will help you out to have the deployment guidance plan around how you can go ahead and deploy teams in your organization with the help of your adoption kit, right? And of course, the baseline remains when you deploy Teams in your organization, you have to have a baseline security of conditional access or multi-factor authentication. As on Teams, you can integrate your applications, you can share files, your users can share files, critical files it might be, right? So it's very important to have a security around the same. So, like I said, we are going to present a deployment guidance plan. So any sort of technical designs or implementations is what will be out of scope here. And if you want to understand particular demos, say for example, you say that I want to look at into this feature, and what we'll do is that we'll configure it in our tenant and show it back to you. And also we will be touching base on your network readiness for running Microsoft Teams, but any sort of deep dive into your network testing and configuration will not be done, will be out of scope against this engagement. So setting up the destination is very important, because we understand we have to take into consideration what are your success criteria, right? So then only we will be able to understand. Once we reach there, we have done our work. So the deployment guidance plan will leave you out with a high level review of your infrastructure when you want to deploy Microsoft Teams again. And also you will be, through that plan, you will be having an actionable plan to quickly move on to your secure remote work environment, and covering all the environment assessment as well. And we'll be also uncovering all the bottlenecks which are there, and we present it back to you. So that's the 3 workshops that we had in offer. So I would urge you to, in the feedback form that you get immediately after this webinar, you can quickly opt for it. Say for example, you can opt for all the 3 at one go, or if you want to opt it any one out of the 3, we will be happy to assist you on that as well. So it's all about your journey, and that's your start point to a secure remote work scenario. So before I conclude, I'd like to quickly take you through on what we do and for organizations like yours. So New Wave is an IT product solution and services company, and we bring our solutions into the market in the form of edge, core, and cloud. And we are a 20-year young organization with a team of 180 plus professionals who service to more than 2,000 customers like yours. And we have spread our operations across Bangalore, Hyderabad, Chennai, and Cochin. So when we interact with many of our customers, we understand that all of you must be undergoing one sort of transformation or the other. Like if you are undergoing through a workforce transformation where you are changing the way on how your users compute, starting from your PCs, laptops, having a modern workplace solutions, we can help you out there as well. And if you are on your journey on IT transformation, you are trying to overhaul all your infrastructure as well, starting from your servers, storage, or how do you want to back up your data, or having a private or public cloud environment. So you can we help you out in your journey as well. And then coming to your security transformation, like you want to upgrade your perimeter level security, or your endpoint security, or your network security, say for example, right? And digital transformation, again, it's very exciting to tell you, because this is currently the buzz in the market. So if you have any process in your organization, right, and you are very bothered about that process, it's eating up a lot of human resource timing, as well as it's causing a lot of errors, and you want to go ahead and automate. So there again, we come in and help you out to automate this process with the help of a RPA bot as well as the IQ bot technology. So we are able to assist our customers in their transformation journey because of the strong OEM associations that we have built up, starting from your Dell Technologies, VMware, Fortinet, or Automation Anywhere. You name the one, we are there with them, right? And all our capabilities are being underpinned by a very strong and very experienced services team, starting from your system integration services or FMS services, or any sort of short-term residency services or long-term residency services. We do it with the help of our own in-house services team. So New Wave is undoubtedly the one-stop IT needs, one-top place for any sort of your IT needs is required. So yes, that's the end from my side. And like I said, I would urge you to quickly opt for all the 3 workshops. Since this is free of cost, right, and we'll be happy to assist you over there. So that's it from my side. I would like to hand over to Mr. Kiran for his closing thoughts.
Thank you so much, Supratim. That was actually a nice session. Now, before we end the webinar, I would like to open it for a Q&A session. So any customers who have joined, who have heard the story, if you have any queries in mind that you want to clarify, you can please unmute yourself and post your queries to Supratim, or you can still just type your queries on the Q&A panel too. I'll be happy to read out and address those questions. Anyone has any queries, any kind of, it might be a general question, or it might be a technical question that you want to ask. So please feel free to reach out to us. Like, you can ask your question now, you can ask your question later too. Okay, Supratim, looks like there's no questions or queries from the customer side. I think let's end this webinar. Thank you so much, Supratim, for coming on board and educating our customers. And thank you so much, all the participants who joined us today and made this webinar a successful one. As a part of next steps, I'm going to send you a thank you note with a link to take a feedback from, with a link to give you a feedback on today's webinar topic. Please do choose your options accordingly. If you want to opt for all the 3 workshops, you can do so. If you want to start somewhere, either it's a thread check or Teams or the secure remote, you can do that too. So please feel free to choose your options. And thank you so much. Have a good day. Bye bye.
Thank you. Thank you all.
Thank you. Yeah. Have a nice day, guys. Bye-bye.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.